Alrighty, welcome in Play-by-Play podcast, a rugby version of our podcast each and every week. And we are back because Bledisloe Cup this weekend. It's all to play for. So much to get through. Last week we couldn't join you. It was a busy old week for the boys. But Jordan, who's with you alongside Tyler Campbell and TC, where's our mate? What's going on? Oh, no.
Should I tell the truth?
You can choose.
All right. Look, he wanted me to tell everyone he was at a wedding, but he doesn't want everyone to know that he's been in and out of hospital this week.
Really?
Yeah, so his gout's come back.
Oh, no.
Twice as much, but it's such severe gout that he's actually had to go to the hospital, and they've got him on these special meds, and yeah, it looks like he's going to be taking gout pills for the rest of his life.
That's crazy.
It's pretty full on. I do feel for him, because I know I'm bound to get it soon, but his has come at 28 years old, halfback, fit.
Twice in a few months as well?
Twice in a few months. Like, yeah, I don't know what he's eaten in the last couple of weeks to set it off. But, yeah, so he wanted to say he was at a wedding, but really he's just getting his gout sorted.
Got to tell the people the truth. So
yeah, I know. Everyone's been sort of messaging him to play, and I heard in the uni game sevens, but he's been ignoring messages because he's a bit afraid to tell the team that that he's got gout and won't be able to go.
Well, they know now.
Well, they know now, yeah, exactly.
There you go. We'll put this on the socials and you can respond, Jordan, see what you think of that. Great to see you, mate. You're on school holidays. How you been?
Yeah, it's probably why the vibes are high, and I'm looking super fresh at the moment. Had some good sleep-ins this week and a couple of actual late nights up gaming and doing other things.
You got a life now a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a bit of free time. There's no rugby Tuesday, Thursday. Did pop down, though, to the Māori training on Wednesday night, so we've got a tournament on the 18th and 19th of October.
That'd be hot.
Us, so Māori, Fiji, Samoa and Tonga. So should be a good 2 days of rugby. If anyone wants to come down and watch that, I'll give it a bit of more of a promotion as we get closer to the time. But down at Narang Bulls. So
did you play it last year?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you guys won it, didn't you?
We won it last year. This year will be a bit harder with Samoa and Tonga coming in.
It's Union, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So
there you go. That'd be good.
Bit of fun. Kobe Walters having a run around. Kobe Waikato.
Yeah.
Morgs.
There you go.
Brad Himmelpaul's coming down from Brothers. Brad Cupper that used to play at Brothers.
Yeah.
Colin Herbert's going to run around if he's not.
Gee, that's a stacked team, man.
Not running around for the Reds. Yeah, getting all the Chur brothers together and just go and play a bit of footy.
Have to come down for a look. Lovely. No sevens, mate?
No.
You love sevens. Come on.
I decided to give it a rest this year.
Okay.
One, I'm not built for sevens anymore. First thing is honesty, but two, I just feel we had such a long season and we're back into it sort of, I think, end of November, and so I was just sort of a couple months off and just doing a proper off season and getting in the gym and doing running rather than being sore the whole time might have been a bit better moving into next year, looking to go back to back. So thought just a bit of a rest this year, but I know the phone calls might start coming if they're short, so I'm going to have to find a way to duck and weave those phone calls.
Yep, I'm sure you will. There's some good numbers down there. I'm sure a few of the boys down there.
I see a lot of the Colts boys are getting around it this year, which is awesome. And I think after the year the club had as a whole, brings a bit of energy and you sort of flow into that sevens season. So I'd love to see them get a state champs, both men and women's, off the back of that season and really sort of solidify this as, well, it probably already is, but the sort of
best program in the state, mate.
Best program in the state and maybe best program in Australia.
There we go. More footy, more better. We love it. Tyler, what caught your eye this week around the world, around sports, whatever?
Rugby-wise, love that Marky Mark's coming back to...
I'll put you on pause to that. We're going to get to that very shortly. Yeah. So don't jump the gun. There's something else. What else,
Oh, non-rugby.
Well, yeah, just, what's life? For me, I'll you have a think. Yeah. The World Athletics Championship last week on 9. I know it's not really your world, but, man, I was loving watching it. Every night it was on, and Noah Lyle, we saw Gout, Tori Lewis. We got some talented runners. It was good to watch. Yeah,
it's always good sort of seeing that, but it sort of sucks that you only get that every 4 years in Olympics. So you get 2 years
they alternate,
of it. Because it is, obviously, it's a sport where you see the most talented in such like a single aspect. So like running, you see who the fastest man on the planet is.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You see who the fittest man is or fittest woman, whatever it is. You see you can throw a 2-3 kilo weight in the shot put as far as they can, same as a discus. It's sort of specialised sort of areas, and you sort of get to see that, which I think's quite awesome to see.
Very cool. Yes, I enjoy watching that. Something a bit different.
You really put me on the spot here. I'm trying to think.
That's right, mate.
What have I watched in the last week?
Any WWE going on?
Yeah, a little bit. I saw the fans were petitioning for AJ Styles, John Cena, and that's now come to fruition.
They're coming to Perth soon. They're coming to Australia. Yeah.
So
cool.
have obviously a big Perth event coming up, which it sucks because Perth always gets it. Because I think it's easier for their travel. Because obviously they bounce around the world doing what they do. But if on that, I think been getting around a bit of the NFL, a bit of the college football.
Yep.
That's been awesome. I think the NFL caught my eye is how, I guess, Daniel Jones.
It's come good.
He's had an easy 3 games, but it shows the difference of having a good O-line in front of you and what a talented quarterback can do and how it helps his decision-making and gives him a bit more time. Just shows the sort of aspects of how important that battle at the line of scrimmage is.
Your Bengals, mate, battling.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Look, I'm repping them.
Yep.
I'll keep repping them.
Yep.
Kind of ruined my fantasy a little bit too. Had Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, done.
Now they're both out. So, now Joe Burrow's out. Kind of limits Chase's, involvements when you don't have the best quarterback throwing to you, and it's kind of put a big spiral down my fantasy team. So I'm clutching at straws there at the moment. But it's a suck. It's sort of, what did we say before? We were just chatting on it before the show.
Well, it's crazy how one man can ruin a $1 billion franchise. Hurts his toe, whole business done.
And you can see why they're the highest paid players in the comp, and you can now sort of see in more perspective why the left tackle's the next highest paid player.
Yeah.
So
you almost need to have 2 world-class quarterbacks. You can't really have a backup that's not scratch anymore, because if this happens, you're out of luck, aren't you?
And the funny thing is, no one can actually afford to have 2 world-class.
Yeah, you're right.
Because then you don't get the skill players. And
Yeah. Anyway, rugby-wise, something a bit different. Pacific Nations Cup, the final was Fiji and Japan.
I saw that.
33-27
Fiji shot out, and
yeah,
Japan came back, but a little bit too late in the piece.
Yeah, some good footy. I saw Samoa or Tonga qualify the World Cup as well. Yep. USA qualified, so
good to see USA qualified.
Yep.
I think that's just good for the game, and especially with them hosting in 2031.
Yep.
I just think them having the
bit of momentum, mate.
Bit of momentum, I guess. Having a team in there watching, like if they can get that there and it sells out and it packs and get a bit more money into rugby, because there's a lot of money in the States. It's just good for the game.
Yeah, lovely. Let's get to it, mate. The big news story of the week. Mark Nawawanitwase is coming home. He's coming back to rugby union end of 2026, 1 more year in league, and then he'll come back for hopefully the Wallabies, Home World Cup. Probably go overseas. Doesn't look like a super contract at the moment. But yeah, good news for the game.
Great news for the game, and I always feel like this might have been his plan.
For sure.
I think Carter Gordon might be in the same boat. We've seen reports of that this week. How believable that actually is,
yeah, I don't know.
Well, no, we never know, because by all accounts, he's committed to the Titans at the moment. But I do think it's good for the game to get a player like that back, and especially going into a home World Cup. They're building at the moment the Wallabies real nicely. Yeah. We've seen big improvements, especially over this sort of start of this test period. We saw them improve in the Lions, saw them get the upset in South Africa, split games with Argentina. So you're just seeing them slowly get better. And I think getting someone like that back in the back three, you're looking at a World Cup of Jorgensen with another 2 years of growth, because he's still only, 20 years
21.
old? 21 years old. Him with another couple years of growth. Tom Wright hopefully back and firing after his ACL, and Marky Mark on the other wing.
Outside Suoli'i.
I think a big thing now with him going, it might turn heads to some of the other big names in league. Who that is, I don't know. I'd like to see them try and, I guess, get a back rower.
Yeah.
I saw Will Genia said something in a podcast earlier in the week around Payne Haas, which I think would be a great pickup, because by all accounts he has a big motor. He's physical, and that's the way Test rugby's going. It's the
Chuck him at 8?
6'8".
Yeah.
Probably more 6.
Yeah.
There's less technical sides to 6, I think, like controlling the ball at the back of the scrum, all that stuff. You don't learn that overnight, but if you can sort of pick up another marquee player, it would be very good for the game. But I think they're heading in the right direction to sort of hopefully come away with a home World Cup win.
Now, the way Mark's done this, he's, whether it was a plan or not, but he's very smart, because his publicity, his PR, he's as a name now, he's going over the league, he's carved up league, top try scorer, probably got on the Ashes tour, the Kangaroos, maybe Origin next year, and then he comes back.
Do you reckon they take him, or do you reckon they throw a tantrum?
This has been the debate. Classic league, they probably won't, but they should, I think, because he deserves a spot. Based on form, don't you think?
Based on form, yes, deserves a spot. But I do respect that league goes, okay, you're not committed to our game long term.
But, do they want to win now? And for Kevin Walters, right, he's only signed on for the three games.
Here's the problem with league. We're not talking about the Wallabies here.
True.
Or other Australian sports where they're not so dominant.
Well, England are mud also.
Yeah, like they could. Okay, we don't have Marky Mark. Who do you put out there? Oh, we've still got Tommy Turbo.
Lomax.
Lomax. You've still got a lot of sort of players that can play on that wing role that are good footballers.
Yeah.
That probably actually understand the game a little bit better too. It's not like you're having a massive fall off.
You're right. Yeah, but on form, I think he does deserve a spot. The thing about Mark, the way he's done this is good. He could have done this post Ashes tour. He's gone to the Roosters. All right, give you time now to get someone in November 1. Their trading window comes up.
I think it's a respectful way of doing it.
Yeah,
it tells the club early that hey, I'm going to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Look, by all accounts, yeah, he's doing well in league, but he might not enjoy it. I think he knows that the biggest payday for him is in Union post World Cup.
Yeah.
As much as league players get paid pretty well, wingers don't. They sort of sit well on that 500k mark.
I think he's on now, 500.
And whereas he could probably go be a winger in Japan and be earning close to or more than 1 mil Australian a year. So he's probably doing it the right way, and he's probably thinking of his future at the same time. And who doesn't want to play in a home World Cup?
Oh, yeah. I was talking to Matt Rogers during the week, and he was saying it's still the highlight of his career. 03 home World Cup, just the best thing ever, and he's done both.
Exactly, and I think you can see why he's doing it.
Yeah. Just on that, so you think he goes to France or Japan? I can't see him coming to a super team.
I think he comes to a super team.
You reckon? Yeah. Do
Um,
you reckon, like, for an Australian...
Yeah, they opened up the rule. I don't know. The problem I have sometimes with Japan is players don't always come back like ready for test level football.
The level, yeah.
And it's not the level of play, it's the physicality over there ain't as high at the moment.
Yep.
You saw it with Retallick when he went. He come back and he took 3 or 4 games to adjust to test level footy. Artie Savia had the same thing when he first come back from, where was he, Suntory? He needed a couple of games to find his form. And we're talking about 2 of the best rugby players in the world at that point, needing that adjustment time because the physicality is not as high as a Super Rugby or a URC or a, what's the other one? Premiership.
Yeah.
So whether he makes that decision will be interesting, but I think it would be nice to see him get back down at the Tars too.
You think that's where he goes? So in the Reds will have a crack at him?
I think if he goes anywhere, it's the Tars.
Tars, yeah. In Sydney.
He doesn't have to move.
Yeah.
If he does go overseas, I think Japan would be the option.
Yeah. There we go. So it's good to see. And on the same vein, you mentioned it. We mentioned all our Wallaby outside back, so our centre's looking good, but there's that one number that's still sort of up in the air, and that's number 10. And is Carter Gordon the man to potentially fix that?
Yes.
You think he's our best option?
It is going to suck that he's had a couple of years out of the game because I thought he was developing really nicely. The other thing is, opening the laws, Noel Alessio is obviously still a viable option too.
True, yeah.
I think he's kind of been written off for no apparent reason.
I guess people forgot about him. Did his injury, going to Japan, he's sort of been just forgotten a bit.
He's sort of been pushed to the
Yeah.
side. And I think him and Carter are still your 2 best 10s in Australia because Jock's in the equation now, but,
27,
2 years,
he's-
27. How old is he going to be, 35?
I think he's almost 35 now, isn't he?
I don't actually know.
Yeah.
He came in so young.
Yeah.
I
think he's 33, 34.
Yeah.
So
he's pushing that age. But then again, you look at South Africa and Ireland, they went to a World Cup with older 10s. So South Africa won. Johnny Sexton was a viable option. So he could still be in that equation as well. And then obviously we can see the growth of Tane or Tane Edmed and Tommy Liner over the next couple of years in Super Rugby. So that way they got depth. Yes, it's not necessarily that high class. You're not having Dan Carter backed up by, who do they have those years? Aaron Crude and Bowden Barrett. Like, maybe it's not that type of depth, but at least there's 5 options there, 5 people competing for that spot. Donaldson's the other one, all pushing each other to be better so they can be in that 2027 World Cup.
So I asked that question, out of all those guys you just listed, including Carter, they're at their peak in Union, who's your first choice?
Peak of Union. Currently, I would have lent more towards Noah. But I think coming off a big neck injury, he's going to take a little while to get back to his peak.
Yep.
So currently, I'd say it's Jock. I think he's most experienced.
For your 27 World Cup, as it stands.
As it stands, I need to see more from the other ones.
Yeah.
And then probably followed by Carter Gordon.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carter and Noah, I think, are they're just going to battle the whole time until they work out which one.
I think, from all reports, I think Carter's quite enjoying his time in the league. And I reckon he'll be a good league player. But I I think if he comes out of Union, this league's going to help him for the collision side because he's had to really.
He's always been a good defensive 10.
Yeah, but it's different to be playing. Cause he played in the centres in first grade.
That's true. Yeah.
So I reckon it would help him defensively coming back to Union. But we'll see what he does. But you want time in the saddle. If you want to get him, we almost need to get him now, don't we? For Wally combinations. It's not
End of 26. I obviously think his time in league's going to help him as a Union player. Thing that he's going to have to get back to as a Union player is the kicking. I don't think he's doing as much of the long range kicking and stuff like that while he's playing league. So it's a good opportunity for him to sort of come back at an earlier point, back end of 26, go on that 26, I think, end of season tour. Whether that happens because Australia's a little bit shitty still that he went to league to begin with, well, we'll find out. But they did it with Suoliti. Yeah. But the difference is they're paying him 1.6 mil. So how that looks in the next 12 months, we'll find out. But obviously, first things first, they've got to get Carter.
The one thing on this, if Carter comes back, I think he wants to stay in Queensland, which means there's only one option, and Line is there. So then there's that discussion as well.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go to the Tars, and I think Tars are the ones.
That was the issue on the first time, wasn't it?
It was one of the issues.
Yeah.
So whether they do a shuffle around, we'll find out.
Yeah, what a mess. All right, let's go to some other things now. The Women's World Cup, mate. The grand final is set. New Zealand media, they're freaking out again. Firstly, the women. They worry about the All Blacks. It's all doom and gloom. They're falling apart.
No, shout out to Canada.
Yeah. Well, mate, you should see the way they're acting again. The New Zealand program is falling apart. Man, it's relentless, eh?
I don't think we've fallen apart. I think we're struggling to come to terms with that the world's caught up. And it was always going to happen. Same thing you're sort of seeing in the basketball. Yes, US still won, but it's not like it used to be where they would just dominate everyone. Because we're seeing a lot of more foreign players in that league, for example, and everyone else is growing in a sort of basketball standard. It's the exact same in Union. We were up here. We were way ahead of everyone. We were ahead of our time. We were revolutionising how we play. Now everyone else has sort of followed suit. A lot of our coaches have gone around the world. You look at Tony Brown at South Africa. Steve Hansen used to coach at Wales. Graham Henry was over. Like all our coaches spend times. Warren Gatlin.
Half our Aussie coaches are Kiwis.
Yeah, Warren Gatlin. There you go. Joe Smith.
Tom Donnelly just came on board. Kiwi.
They're all New Zealand guys who have spread what we've developed in New Zealand around the world, and now everyone else is sort of catching up. Because at the end of the day, New Zealand's a small place. We have a population of 5 mil. We don't have the luxury of Australia, who has 26 mil, or I don't even know how many people are in Europe. But, for example, so there's obviously going to be a lot of talent in those countries that you can choose from, and now we're seeing that everyone's picked up. They've worked out what we're doing. They've caught up a little bit. But we're sitting here acting like we're winning at 30%.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Yes, we got pumped by South Africa on the a couple of weeks back, and it's probably our worst performance. But we also were missing a lot of our key players, and that happens normally to a team.
Yeah. Let's stay on the women for a bit. Obviously disappointing, the Black Ferns bowing out, but let's give, as you said, Canada. Unreal, aren't they? Yeah.
And New Zealand probably made some questionable coaching decisions. I think, what's the young winger's name? Is it Braxton something?
Yep.
Her playing on the wing probably didn't get enough ball. She's one of our best strike weapons, and we probably limited her involvement playing her there.
Miller was injured, I'm pretty sure.
Georgia Miller was injured. There was a lot of things that didn't fall in our favour, and Canada took advantage of it. They bought physicality, they bought line speed on defence, they shut down our attacking options that New Zealand women's rugby in particular are known for, and came away with a result. And it reminded me very much of when England beat us at the 2019 World Cup. Yeah. Same sort of thing. Yeah, we were the more talented team, but they came with a game plan. They took it from us, and it's awesome for them to win that, considering they're not a professional. One of the only programs that haven't gone semi-professional yet.
Yeah, it's good to watch. I don't even seen the winger, Asia Hogan Rochester for Canada. Man, she's absolutely electric. She's just an athlete. So they're producing talent. They just got to sort of nurture it and maybe get some more money behind it. But it's good to see for Canada. Obviously, England, they beat France in that other semi-final. Ellie Kildun, one of the best players in the world. She was all class as well. Here's one for you. So obviously, population matters, but the viewership for that England and France semi-final, the women's, 3.3 million.
That's awesome.
In comparison, the NRL finals on the weekend across New Zealand and Australia, 3.8 million. Obviously, it's population, but that's great for women's game. How good is that?
It's awesome for them, and I think it's going to help with the growth of their game. I know there's a lot of arguing back and forward around they don't produce revenue, therefore they don't get paid the same, blah, 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 whatever it is. But if they can keep producing numbers like that and more people get eyes on and more people go, okay, this is not too bad, and continue to watch it, then we'll see the growth in the women's game and we'll see the quality of play keep rising as it has.
And the dollars will keep going up.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. And it's exciting for the home World Cup here, 29, obviously, the Women's World Cup. So it's good for Australia as well. Let's go to this grand final. Canada, $3.40. England, $1.30.
Come
the
on,
line's
Canada.
8.5. Can they beat them, mate? It's going to be tough.
Look, if I'm thinking with my head, I think England gets this done by 15 plus. But I'm backing Canada.
Same.
I'm riding with Canada.
Yeah.
You can't beat a team with that much passion sometimes.
Yep. 82,000 sold out Twickenham this weekend. So, yeah, I guess we're both going to say England to win, I reckon. 8.5, that number. We'll just sit on that. If you're talking logical.
If we're talking logical, I reckon, you know what? Nah, Canada to cover.
I think they can hang around, yeah.
Yeah, I think they hang around and make it tight. Then their forwards get going.
Yep. If they start well.
First World Cup final. The only other issue is it's obviously their first final. And sometimes when it's your first, big moments can really get a hold of you.
Yep.
I've seen it with multiple teams, and it was something with Bond I focused on a lot was, okay, yes, we've just got to not overplay our hand in this final, and we kind of did the first half, and that's why we didn't have any ball.
Yep.
So it's just to see if Canada can be well balanced and stick to what they do well.
Don't get overawed by the moment, eh?
Yeah.
So that should be good as well. Looking forward to that one. I'll watch that for sure. Super Rugby Aus. Have you been watching much of this or any highlights? What's been your consumption levels? Not much?
Not too much. It's a hard one to sort of follow. Like, I haven't seen that much media about it.
No, it's just on Stan and RA.
Like, it's on
yeah.
Stan, like, obviously, but like even, I don't even know if there's been much social media prompts from the
Well,
clubs. I haven't seen too much. But yeah, looks like it's a good way for players to play. It's good to see some young talent coming through. I watched a little bits of the highlights of the Tars versus
Did you
Reds.
see that? Tars.
What's the fullback, the tall kid?
Hendren scored 3.
4.
4? Yeah,
Scored 4.
Randerick?
And it's good. What it can do is obviously unearth some talent like that. Some guys that you're not sure of. They're playing well in club level, but they haven't had that crack at the next level. And see a guy like that, he's probably played his way into a Waratahs contract, or at least someone they'll be conscious of going in, that maybe he's our starting fullback next year and we can finally push Suoli'i back up to where he belongs in the midfield.
Waratahs were paying $13 in that match. The line was 27 against the Reds, and they beat them by 30. How crazy is that? I know.
Can we turn back the clock?
Yeah, literally.
Put $1,000 on that.
Spewing, eh? But on the Red side, you would have thought they would have smoked and they were stacked. But what happened?
Yeah, I think not having a genuine 10 doesn't help.
Yeah, Jock's on a 10.
Jock's obviously more of a fullback, that they didn't have a secondary 10 sort of around. Obviously, Finn Mackay, the one they've signed the young kids away with Aussie 18s. I don't actually know who else they have.
Well, yeah.
McLaughlin Phillips is injured. Tom Liner's away.
Yeah, another bit skinny.
Bit skinny, obviously, at the 10 position. And then, obviously, a few injuries. Aiden Ross didn't go. Someone went down early.
He played Ross. Captain,
Yeah.
I think, or vice captain.
No, they had a few injuries because you look at their team this week. Isaac Henry's out.
Yep.
Who else was out? Okay, but
I'm not sure.
I'm talking like this. I remember hearing about it, but I can't remember who's not playing and who's missing and whatnot.
Meanwhile, the Force, undefeated, beat the Brumbies in an absolute thriller. Max Bury, Curtly Beale.
Pretty surprising because they don't look like a stacked team on paper.
No, they're just playing good. So, anyway, quickly, Brumbies, Waratahs this week pick.
Waratahs.
Force Reds. So Force already in the grand final. The Reds need to beat them to make it with them.
I haven't seen the Force team, whether they've rested players.
It's in Perth.
The Reds have to win by a certain amount.
I'm not sure, but probably.
Force.
Yeah.
I want to go the Force.
Yeah, I reckon the Force are looking good. There we go. That's on the weekend as well. Let's go to our Rugby Championship preview. We'll go South Africa, $1.12. Argentina, $5.75. The line 16.5 in Durban. Argentina haven't beaten South Africa outside of Argentina in the last 10 meetings, but you just never know what you're going to get with this team.
What's the line?
16.5.
Oh, no. I think South Africa win, Argentina cover.
Yeah?
I like the South African team that they've named. I think they've done well at bringing up those younger boys and blooding them in, and now they're getting their chance to play more football and putting their hand up and being that sort of option for the South Africans. Like, you look at, what's the 10's name? Front.
Feisenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Him, he's unbelievable skill set. Marnie LeBock, obviously, on the bench is another one. Willemese at fullback.
Yep, and you got...
I would love to see him move up to 12, though. Keenan Moody. Like, they're young boys. They've taken a long road to get to these starting positions, but they're starting to lock them in, and the older heads are slowly starting to fade back out.
And then you still got the likes of Cheslin Colby out wide as well. Peter DeSeptotoit's in there.
Yeah, they're just
Khaleesi, man.
Very good team. And I think they win, but I think Argentina stick around. The way the Rugby Championship's been, everyone's split games so far.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think they get it done.
Yeah, I'll join you. South Africa win, Argentina cover. I'll tell the over. I reckon plenty of points. Go Cheslin Colby for a double as well. Lock that in. Let's go now. The big one, the Bledisloe Cup, Eden Park at the Fortress. New Zealand $1.16. Australia's paying $5. The line's 13.5. Here we go again. Daytime footy, 5 p.m. kickoff.
New Zealand win, New Zealand cover.
Can we just give some analysis, please, mate? Bit of a preview for the people. Bit of a hook and tease in the business.
What do you want?
Something. So Scott Barrett's out. Yep. Leroy Carter keeps his spot. Cam Roygaard's back in the mix.
Massive in.
Let's start with New Zealand first. The team makeup, what do you reckon?
Big fan. There's only one change I'd make, and that would be Lester fucking Nuku. But obvious reasons, I think he's not being picked because he hasn't been around New Zealand rugby.
Yep.
And they're just staying, I guess, true to what they always say. Yeah, he's in there training at the moment, but I think we won't see him to the end-of-season tour unless there's an injury. Got a feel for Rico. He's sort of fallen out of form the last few months, and I'd hope he gets back in there because I do think he's one of our best players when he's in form. But he didn't have the best day for Auckland against Counties a couple of weeks back. Or might have been the weekend just gone. Caleb Clark gets a nod. Caleb Clark probably wasn't in form in Super Rugby this year, but we know what he can do. Leroy Carter definitely deserves to keep his spot. I thought he was a shining light in an otherwise poor All Black performance against South Africa. And Scott Barrett out, I don't think is that big of a loss. I know that sounds bad, but Artie, I think, is a phenomenal leader. Fabian Holland is growing as a test-level footballer with every game he plays, but I don't think he's a bench lock. I think him starting is the best thing for him. And I thought last game we saw Patrick Tuipulotu, he was outstanding too, and he's coming off the bench. So
good-looking team.
Good-looking team. I think this game's one up front in the tight five, and I think New Zealand's got the edge there.
All right, on the Australian side, no Skelton, no Valentini. That sort of puts a line through the Australian straight away for me. But Lukan Salakai-Loto gets a start. I guess he's our best chance to sort of bring the niggle and the passion, that man. But
physicality.
Yeah.
We're calling it niggle, but I think he brings physicality too. He throws his body into contacts. He can hit.
With a presence, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think you need that presence in that Aussie pack because I think they're lacking it at the moment.
All right, the back three. Tyler Jorgensen gets his first crack at 15. Kellaway ruled out during the week. Corey Toole in the wing and Harry Potter returns. Thoughts on that makeup? Is that what you would have done?
What else do you do?
You got Dalgunu. That's pretty much it.
They had no one else for a fullback role.
Yeah.
Unless they went Donaldson back there. And I think Jorgensen's been outstanding on the wing. This is very much a make or break game. He hasn't played much fullback as of late.
No.
I don't think he played for the Tars there at all this year either.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Yeah. So I think this is a good opportunity for him, and could go either way. It could be a game like, put him back in the wing, or hang on, this guy's got something about him. Like, we already know there's talent there, but he could have a breakout game here. We'll obviously see how that unfolds, but I think he's one to watch. I think in that 15 jersey, bit more ball in hand.
You can break open a game for sure. I know you saw the back and forth of James O'Connor. Wasn't going to be in the squad. Went over to England.
And then now he's back.
48 hours, flies back. He's starting.
I think there's a genuine amount of belief in this Australian team that they can finally win a Bledisloe.
Yep.
What has it been, 24 years now?
2002, whatever that is.
3 years.
Yeah.
And that belief obviously comes off what he's been doing in the 10 jersey as well. So I think him being called back in is them going, hey, we've got a chance. If they generally didn't think they had a real high chance of winning it, he wouldn't have been flowing back.
Yeah.
So shows a lot of belief in that group.
Tate McDermott gets to start at 9. Happy?
I think he deserves a start over Ryan Lonergan.
To be fair, that's all they've got.
That's all they got, yeah.
Nick White retired, finally. There we go. So I don't mind that combination. And finally, the big man, James Slipper, Test 150.
Unbelievable innings. Great guy.
Bondi, mate.
Obviously, hasn't put the Bond jersey on yet. But he will one day, hopefully. But I think epitomises Gold Coast rugby. Epitomises the pathway that I've sort of sat here and talked about on other media outlets that he started here, Bond Pirate Junior, TSS, transitioned into that Breakers group, pushed on to the Reds. Now he's the most kept Wallaby, playing his 150th test. Like, some people don't even make play. Like, you think, how many people don't play one test? How many people don't play 50 tests? There's a small group that play 100 tests, and then there's this sort of 150 mark, which is just... Was he the first Wallaby to do it?
Yep.
There you go. He's an exclusive Wallaby club, and there's only a couple in the world that I think have done 150
Yeah, so he's
tests.
3. He joins...
The Wyn Jones?
Yep, and New Zealand, the Lock.
Whitelock.
Whitelock.
There you go. Yeah, those are the two I was thinking off the top of my head.
There you go. Yeah, incredible stuff from Slip. So great to see.
Especially as a prop.
Yeah.
Because props don't normally come on to about 24, 25. And that's when you start to see them, I guess, a bit more in test level sort of setting, playing more often.
Mm.
He's done it from a young age to play 150 tests. There wouldn't be many props that make 100 tests because their body gets bashed in those scrums.
It's unbelievable.
So it's a hell of an innings, and I hope... No, I don't, actually. I hope they put on a bit of a performance for them, but I really don't. I really want the All Blacks getting up here.
Okay. The thing about this is, which does my head in, it's a 2-match series, the Bledisloe Cup.
Yeah, and I've said this to Spence during the week, Spencer Jeans. I was like, it kind of makes it
It's ridiculous.
Unfair now. And the reason, they used to be 4 at one point. There's no consistency around it. It moved to 2 because of, I think New Zealand, there was a point where New Zealand and Oz were playing each other, and I don't think it was good for either team. Now both are humming in at around the same level. I think, yeah, we could go back to those 3 test series.
I think it always should be 3.
I can see why they went away from it.
But don't you reckon, like, it's like Origin, though? Like when Queensland won 90s in a row, they didn't go, oh, let's do 2 games now.
Yeah, but that's all they've got.
Well, they got...
who else does Queensland play, mate?
Yeah, I guess. But I'm just...
you can't compare that. That's like...
Yeah, but your point was saying they did that because New Zealand was dominating so much? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's the problem. So
yeah, but
you're talking 8 years versus 23 years.
But if we're shit, that's on us to get better.
It wasn't just dominating. Like, there was a point that it was... It wasn't like there was 8 years where it was like 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. There was a point where it was 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
Was there a lot of 3-zips?
Yep. But there was games that were like 57-0.
Really? Australia versus New Zealand?
Park, yep.
Yeah, right. Check the archives.
Like, there was some big score lines, and I don't think it was helping the growth of Aussie rugby at all because they were just consistently playing the All Blacks and losing.
But my point is, for Australia to win it now, they've got to win 2 in a row against the Kiwis. And one's over there.
Yeah, but the same thing as in most cups. We're the same with the Freedom Cup. To get it off South Africa, we have to win 2.
Yeah, I know, but it just seems so unattainable.
You're looking at it just as a Bledisloe.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
If you look at it as a whole of test level footy, you have 14 tests a year, if that.
Yep.
And you want to just settle with 3. You take 3 away, then there's only 11 tests left.
This trophy moves the needle in Australia if we win it. It's so important.
Yeah, you're looking at it like that. No one else is looking at it like that.
We have to, though. 2002, mate. It's ridiculous. I haven't seen it in my lifetime.
You're looking at it as, oh, we finally got a chance to win. Let's make it 3 games. You weren't saying this 5 years ago.
No, I would have said on my chair and say 3s always, regardless of getting this pumped. Is my point. Anyway, it won't change, I don't think.
But it's not a state of origin.
But it should be like that.
But why? It's not state versus state. But we're not the only 2 teams playing each other.
No, but the New Zealand-Australia rivalry, Trans-Tasman, we were the biggest rivalry in Australia in
like
rugby
England
union.
and Ireland don't play each other 3 times in a year.
That's haven't set up like that.
No one does that at test level footy. It's test level. You want to play everyone.
But how long's the Bledisloe Cup been going for? Like
ages. How long's test level footy been going for?
But that's on them for not doing that, isn't it?
Who?
Like England and Ireland. Like
no, I just think you're just thinking of it just to Bledisloe. I'm looking at the bigger picture.
There's a calendar thing.
Yeah, there's a calendar thing here.
Yeah.
Because now if I waste 3 tests, Australia doesn't play Fiji.
Yeah.
And it stops the growth of the game.
You're right. You're thinking... Yeah, I'm
thinking bigger picture. I do think 3 decides it better because it's...
As a spectacle, don't you think?
If you're going to do 2 games, it should be a cumulative score thing. You know that they do over in the soccer?
Right.
So if you win the first game 32-20, the other team has to win by more than 10 points in the next game and they can claim it.
Yeah.
They could do something like that, but I can understand why they only play 2 because the bigger picture is if we want to grow the game, we need everyone playing everyone as much as we can.
See, the thing is here, we're both wearing our different hats. You're wearing sort of your business sports administration
You're wearing just your Aussie hat.
I'm wearing my media promotion hat because imagine it's 1-1, we go to a decider. it's a media dream, isn't it? Broadcasting,
Yeah.
promoting. That's what I'm thinking of.
You just want a chance. You don't think you're already backing out that they can't win too.
No, I don't. I don't think they went to. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get to our picks, mate. As I said, $1.16 New Zealand, $5 Australia. That number's 13.5. TC.
New Zealand to cover.
Oh, come on. Exactly. With no chance.
No. 2 reasons. One, Eden Park's hard to play at.
Yeah.
95's our last loss there. 86, I think, since the Wallabies have won there. Would be great to see them win there for Australian perspective. But you don't want to play the beast after it just got pumped like it did.
I agree.
They've had 2 weeks to sit on this loss, and that scares me. They've had 2 weeks to prep, and like part of me wants it to be a good game, but I just feel like the All Blacks are going to be coming into this game with the media on their back the last 2
copped
weeks.
it last fortnight.
This player shouldn't be there. This player deserves to do. They've gone in with what probably looks pretty close to full strength. Cam Roigard comes back, and I think he's arguably the best 9 in the world when he's playing, and I think makes a big difference. Cortez is back on the bench, so we've got our 2 top 9s back. It just has the recipe to be
a bloodbath.
A bloodbath.
Yeah.
Like I'd love it to be close.
So would I.
I obviously want New Zealand to win because I'm a New Zealand fan, but there's just part of me that's going, oh, these guys are not going to be happy. And we saw it with the South African team when they were chirping before coming in, oh, we're going to break the Eden Park thing. That New Zealand played so much better at Eden Park, and I just don't know why.
Yeah.
If we could have every test game there, would be unreal.
Yep, you'd be number 1 in the world every year. I'm going to go New Zealand win, but Australia do enough to hang around the 13.5, which is probably a punch, but I'm going to milestone game of slips.
I reckon it's close,
something.
And then it blows out late.
Yeah, we'll see. So there you go. Both New Zealand to win. I got Aussie to cover, New Zealand to cover for TC. Tell a couple of try scorers for me. Any multi you want to cook up in this game? Anything you'd like for the people?
Artie Savea is captain. Always, when he's got that C on him, he always seems to play better. So I think he, and we saw it in that when his 100th test.
Yes.
As soon as there's a big occasion for him, he lifts again. So I think he gets one, and I'll go him, New Zealand, All Blacks to cover the line, and another New Zealand try scorer, I reckon. I reckon Leroy goes in again. Knows his way to the try line, that kid.
Like it. I like Tate McDermott for a try. Finds one normally. And I'll go Caleb Clark on the left wing to stride over. And I also like the under 55.5.
Ooh.
Okay, under. Yep.
It's a high one.
It is high. It's a lot of points. So we'll see. There we go. Bledisloe Cup 1. Obviously go to Perth next week as well. So that is the rugby coming your way. Let's cross code a little bit, mate. AFL Grand Final. Lions and
Probably
Geelong.
not the person to talk
I know, but
about
just give me a pick.
Lions?
There we go. Nice.
Oh, they're the Brisbane one, eh?
Yeah. Lovely. NRL prelims tonight. Sharks and the Storm. Tyler, who wins?
Storm.
No chance, Sharkies?
Oh, I don't think they have no chance. Oh, I don't know. The run dog's been annoying me. I just don't know where this personality of his has come from.
Who?
Mulatalo.
Oh, Mortalo.
You don't see him in the media.
He's always lippy, isn't he? That's sort of his character.
I don't know, like, the way he's been going this. He was like, something about Warbrick being, big challenge. Yeah, he's got all the muscles, blah, blah, but the run dog's got heart.
Yeah,
and
right.
you can't teach heart. Like, stuff like that.
We
I'm
did
like,
last week against Mark.
Yeah, I was like, what are you yapping about? Like, don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Storm get this done.
Yep, I agree.
Storm 1-12.
Okay. Broncos Panthers Sunday afternoon Suncorp Stadium. How good? 23 rematch.
Who are you backing?
So have you noticed during the week Broncos Stave came out, said some stuff. Walsh been lippy. You heard them from the Panthers? Silence. They're just going about their work.
That is what annoys me so much about the Broncos.
Yeah. So I was talking about it yesterday. So they're very loud. The biggest club in the NRL on memberships. They've won a comp in like 20 years.
06 would have been the last time. They lost in 15.
Correct.
There you
Spot
go.
on. But like, they're so lippy for a team that hasn't done anything.
Yeah, I don't get around them because of that sort of stuff. And the other part of it is obviously I look at Victor Radley getting 10 weeks and Ezra Mam only getting 9. I know one was a club sanction, but why were the Broncos not disciplining them as well? Like, a lot of things like that really kind of annoy me of the way they do that.
Right.
They go away a part of their or go with their business. But also their PR team's got to be the best PR team in the world, because I would hate to go into a Broncos headquarters on a Monday all right, what do we got this week,
Yeah.
guys? Up, someone's drinking toilet water.
Yep.
Like they'd have some interesting meetings about PR stuff.
Rugby league, mate.
But the Panthers have just peaked at the right time, and geez, they looked good against the Dogs.
Yeah, so good. So you lean the Panthers?
I'm gonna go Panthers 1-12. I
Yeah.
reckon Nathan Cleary. What do they call him at the moment, Mr. September?
Well, it's the King versus the Prince. Walsh against Cleary.
Please don't call Walsh the Prince.
That's mate. That's
I
self-branded.
think the other issue is that what he called himself.
Wait, it's been coming out there. He's a prince. Up against the King.
I think a big issue is the Broncos. You got Reynolds and Mam that have not played any footy since that Eels game, was it? Or the
Yeah,
Storm game?
yeah, combination. No Carrigan.
No
Yeah.
Carrigan. Like I just feel. Oh no, Mam's coming off the bench. Ben Hunt's. I don't know. There's so much.
What do
going
you
on
even
there.
do with Ezra off the bench? Like, where do you put him? Hooker?
No, you'd have to move Ben Hunt into hooker.
Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare for Madge, I reckon.
Yeah, I think Walsh is obviously the one that can decide it, but he can also be the one that loses it.
Rocks and diamonds.
Rocks and diamonds, and yeah, he had a good sort of thing against Canberra, and I think he's very lucky to be playing. I'm surprised he gets sent off for the headbutt.
He got
Just the 10 in the bin. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
As a Queenslander, obviously want the Broncos to win, but I think the Panthers get it done.
Yeah.
There we go.
6 in a row finals would be outrageous.
And they will last at round 12. How crazy is that? 6 finals going for 5 in a row premierships. Unbelievable.
They've got to be the best NRL team of all time.
Well, yeah, the Eels won close to this back in a long time ago, but the Dragons, but
I hate
in
when
the modern
people
era.
say that.
Yeah.
There wasn't salary caps back then.
Yep.
Like, yeah, they weren't getting paid, but you could get all the good players if someone had a bit of money
True.
to one club. Now, you look at that Panthers team that played in the first final they won. Was it 2020 or 2021? 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 21. And you look at it now. That team's been gutted. You've lost Crichton, Capewell,
Luai.
Fisher Harris,
The
Uppy Coruscant,
yeah.
Kickout. Like,
They just get reloading.
you keep reloading. Matt
Yeah.
Burden.
Yeah.
They just keep putting their juniors in, and they just keep, I guess, having a system that works for them. And same thing with the Storm. They do the same thing as well, and that's why they've been so good for so many years. Is their ability to keep their spine and develop younger players to step into that. When they lost the Smith, Cronk, Slater duo, now they've got Grant, Munster, Hughes, Pappy. Like, they managed to develop it in, and that's what you're seeing, I guess, with the Panthers at the moment. They lose players, and they just keep
Next man up.
getting better. Next man up. So, be good to see two other teams. I love to see a Sharks Broncos final for the game.
Yeah.
We don't really want to see a Storm Panthers again, but
Yeah.
I think that's the
That
way
was last
it's
year,
headed.
eh?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
and
too.
the first time the
Yeah.
Panthers won too.
There you go. So you're predicting, though. We're both saying Panthers Storm Grand Final. Let's see how it pans out. Let's go college football to finish. Your men, Ohio State up against Washington.
20 plus.
Yeah, easy. The big one, though, mate, Oregon, Penn State. I was talking to Victor in the week. White out. It's going to be an absolute
Oregon.
scene. You reckon they get it done?
Can't stand Penn State.
Well, they've both played nobody, so I don't really know what to expect from either. But
Yeah, that's the hardest thing about college football. Like, technically, I think Penn State should win.
they should at home.
I think they got the better quarterback.
He's been mud, though, this year. Struggling there.
I thought he was mud at the back end of last year.
Yeah.
When the pressure came on, and they're talking about him being a potential top 5 pick. And I'm going,
Not at the moment, he's not.
oh. Well, no, there's a desperation for quarterbacks in those teams.
Yeah, you're right. But
Because you're going to have New Orleans need a quarterback.
wait, you don't like Spencer Rattler? Yeah, so that should be good. Oregon in action. NFL, enjoying that. Let's got your eye over the NFL. Chiefs struggling a bit early. Eagles looking
I
sharp.
don't think Chiefs make Super Bowl this year. I think they might skim into the playoffs. Andy Reid will find a way to get going, but I just don't think Kelsey's the man he once was.
No.
He's been whited out by Taylor Swift. She's taken any bit of black that was in him out of him,
Okay.
and he's sort of looks like he's been struggling.
Yep.
Holmes is bottom 5, I think, in risky passes and passes on target at the moment, so he hasn't been playing his best. Packers look good, I hate to say it. They had a little
Jordan
hiccup,
Love, big fan.
hiccup against the Browns
Yep.
last week, but I think they're looking good.
Chargers looking good.
Chargers looking good, but they haven't really played anyone yet.
Yeah, but
Same as the Colts. The Colts are 3-0.
sort of win what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's going to be good as well. Couple of quick hitters. See Snoop Dogg's in town, mate. AFL Grand Final.
Bro is the king of side quests.
Yeah, he'd be making so much money doing this shit.
Look at the Like everywhere he goes, he's just seems to pop up in the most random sports events.
They're also doing they had the sprint for the AFL Grand Final against like the player sprint. They got Gout running in it, which is kind of fun. I
I
think.
think he wins. By
Well,
a
of course he
lot.
does, but like it's a good spectacle doing that.
Great to see an Australian sport finally buying into that sort of stuff.
I agree.
I think they're starting to see the American model works in terms of creating revenue.
Funny that, or just entertainment and game day presentation.
Like you look at AFL and NRL in particular, we don't have a. You have the All-Star game in the NBA, you have the Pro Bowl in the NFL. They don't have that. So doing things like this where they sprint, like the NFL Pro Bowl is fun to watch. When they do like the passing targets.
Yeah,
and
imagine the NRL did
receiving
that. That would
drills
go
and
off.
That would be awesome. Saying, okay, here we go. We can't do run it straights. People getting knocked out left, right, and centre. But if you saw like here's a passing challenge or a kicking challenge.
Kicking, catching,
Here's a
all that stuff.
100-meter sprint.
Yeah.
Or a 40-meter sprint. Like seeing that stuff would be awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And finally, speaking of side quests, Tom Brady, flag football. The number's incorrect, but 75 million is what's been floating around to go play in the Saudis. You seen this?
Mate, Saudis just... Are
Yeah.
they writing off tax? Like, what are they doing?
Man,
That's like the Saudi
man,
Arabia
that's a day's
rugby
work
league.
for one of these gold diggers.
See the rugby comp too?
Yep.
Like, that they're funding, but it's being played in Paris?
Yep.
Still trying to get a contract, by the way.
R360. Hit the man up. Yeah, it's crazy. But even if it's not 75, maybe even if it's half that, quarter that, 20 million, it's still ridiculous.
Mate, Tom Brady's one of those guys that just seems to not be able to get away from football.
Well, yeah, it's his
He
life.
went into the recording booth, what do you call it, the broadcaster's booth, and
Oh, yeah.
now he's getting in trouble because he's in the Raiders booth.
Yeah,
and I
that's
was
not a
like,
great look, is it?
what is going on? I don't think it's that bad of a thing. Like, he's not even biased when he's on there to the Raiders.
Yeah, he's fine. It's more so when I think it's a bit of a beat up, like in production meetings with the other teams and stuff. But it's just a bit of a conflict of interest. But he's Tom Brady. It's his own rules.
It's Tom, mate, he's the GOAT.
Yeah, I agree.
He can't even, like, people can argue who they want, but no other person has 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he can do what he wants. Speaking of man that's falling apart, Bill Belichick, mate. Oh, God. It's not good. UNC stink.
Yeah, I don't think
And-
they're ever going to be good with him coming in for 1 year.
And you got the 25-year-old girlfriend on the sideline. It's just...
I think Bro's enjoying life.
He is. He's copping it. Not winning.
He should do what Nick Saban does.
Yeah, Nick Saban's...
He's a whole new man.
He is so good on
He's
that show.
awesome.
Do you watch that show?
Yeah.
Did you see
I watched
last
bits
week?
of it.
With Pat diving off the
Oh, no, I didn't see
end?
that.
Oh, it's the best.
Did you see him do the UK? Because obviously some people are blowing up, but ESPN's bought WWE.
WWE, yeah.
So again, Disney owns something again.
Mm-hmm.
Disney now owns WWE.
Yeah, they incorporated that in the picks section.
Yeah, and then you saw Saban do the UK. And I was like, that's pretty funny.
It was good as. Anyway, I love it. There we go. Weekend plans for you, Bella? Anything exciting? Or just a whole lot of
I
code?
actually got a suit fitting tomorrow.
Really? Weddings coming up, eh?
Noel Alessio's older brother's wedding.
Ethan?
Yep. So one of the groomsmen there. So
Cool.
got our final suit fitting tomorrow before he gets married. I think in mid-October.
Lovely.
So hopefully I don't put on too much weight between final fitting.
No, you're doing the opposite. Maybe you train so hard, you're getting skinny.
Yep.
Okay. Lovely. Mate, good show today, you and I. It was a good
Yeah,
show.
it's good not having the terrible opinions to my left.
Okay. Your words, not mine. I hope he gets that bit of that gout too.
Oh, it's so always shout out Geordie. Like I know you're going through it at the moment, but really hope you get through this gout and we can see you playing in the uni games.
Thoughts and prayers. On that note, enjoy your massive weekend of sport. It's all coming your way. In the meantime, up the Wallabies. Hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Go the All Blacks, ban the Sturmall.